want to know about the admissions process? Well, for governing boards of voluntary aided schools, this is really important because the governing boards that are the admissions authorities for their schools. So it's their responsibility that the arrangements for admitting children into their schools are legal and robust. For voluntary controlled schools, that's the local authority's responsibility. For academies, it's the Academy Trust Board's responsibility. So within that Academy Trust Board, within the governing bodies of our voluntary aided schools, they have particular responsibilities for making sure that admissions are robust and legal. Now, the legal bit of that is quite important because admissions are governed by this, which is the School's Admissions Code, and it has the legal force of law. So I'm just going to read a little bit out for this, just because it sets the context of what this means. It says, in drawing up their arrangements, admission authorities must ensure that the practices and the criteria used to describe the allocation of school places are fair, clear and objective. Now, we as a Board of Education provide guidance and advice to make sure that you as admission authorities come up with arrangements that are those things that are fair, clear and objective. Now, the admissions process is a 2-year process. So it starts in, say, September 2019. The process starts for admitting children in September 2021. And it starts by you as an admissions authority looking at those admissions arrangements. Now, if you want to make changes to your admissions arrangements, you have to consult. That is in the admissions code. It is a legal responsibility for you to consult. If you haven't consulted on your arrangements for 7 years, then again, you need to consult. You need to put it out to the local community, to other schools, to the local authority, to the Board of Education, to nurseries, to parents, about whether the arrangements that you have put forward are fair and accessible. So once you have consulted, and again the Board of Education gives good advice and guidance on how to consult, on what to consult on, you need to share those arrangements with the Board of Education, and it's part of our role to ensure that your arrangements stay true to within the admissions code. Once we are comfortable that that is the case, it's up to the governing board, the admissions authorities of voluntary aided schools, to sign off those arrangements, and that happens somewhere at the end of January, beginning of February each year. We then pass those arrangements to the local authority, who have the responsibility for collating all those arrangements and then for administering that process. So they will do that, and they will publish those admissions arrangements towards the summer, so that parents can start looking at them and can start applying for places from the September, October, a whole year before their child actually gets admitted. The closing date for those applications for primary schools is the middle of January, and so after that closing date, again, it's the admissions authority's responsibility to look at all the children that have applied and to make sure that they are ranked alongside the criteria that you have put in your admission arrangements. You then return that ranking list to the local authority, who have the job of making sure that each child then gets allocated a place.